Do you want to know how to fund deals in real estate just like this one? This is the video for you. I'm Jason Pye, I'm a Los Angeles contractor and developer, and today we are going to be talking about how to fund deals with partners in high-end luxury homes. Funding deals is probably the biggest hurdle to get over when you are starting out in real estate development. If you don't know how to do construction, you can hire a contractor. If you don't know how to find deals, you can implement real estate agents to finding you deals. If you don't know how to underwrite a deal, you can even pay underwriters to underwrite deals for you. Not that they're always correct, but you can always do that, right? There's a lot of things that you can do on a grand scale to do less work on your end. But the one thing that most banks or any money relationships are looking for, they're looking at you. They're looking at who you are, why you're capable of taking the money, and why they would be investing it with you over someone else. This is why we are going to be looking at the avenue of partnerships today as well, because if you're just starting out and you're looking at getting funding for deals, a large part of being qualified to get money from any institution that's going to lend it to you is about who you are. And when you're starting out as a nobody with no experience, it's really, really difficult to actually accomplish getting funds. So my advice is, if you're really gonna go all in like I am, my advice is to find a partner that's going to have the proper experience, the proper knowledge and know-how of how to properly convince money partners that they're qualified to be doing deals of this nature. There are a lot of avenues to go about doing that. The easiest one for novices is actually hard money lending. The other way is through conventional financing, and then also, of course, having your own money or doing a friends and family raise. Every option has their own counterbalances and pros and cons, and maybe we'll do a video that touches upon all financing options and the pros and cons about those options. But I will say that there are many avenues to go about getting funds. And if you're really just first starting out, the benefit of finding a partner who has the experience of getting money is gonna be way better for you. So like I said, when you're going to figure out how you can fund your first deal, finding a partner who is going to help you tremendously, not only just with the funding part, but also the execution part too. It's way easier and it reduces your risk tremendously when you're along for a ride with someone who has already had the experience of doing so. They don't necessarily need to be your mentor. They don't need to be someone that you look up to by any means, but having some experience with the process is gonna make the risk factor reduced. It's going to give all of your lending institutions more comfort in giving you the money because they know that someone's attached to the project that has experience in this. And of course, it increases the resources tremendously, right? Whatever you know how to do, someone else knows how to do other things that can complement your skill set and make the process a lot better. If you're really looking to become an investor, this is the easiest way that I would say to go about trying to fund and create partnerships for funding. But if you're really looking to learn this industry from the bottom up, I would always recommend trying to find someone in the industry that does what it is you want to do and going to work for them, going to experience what it is to help them do better in the industry, because you going to work for somebody else who's doing what it is you want to do, one could probably build you in an automatic mentor, and it's going to give you all the experiences of the ups and downs and give you a massive amount of insight into what the struggles are and what the positives are in this business. The way that I think of that is if you can go work for a real estate developer, that you want to be a real estate developer, and you can figure out how to make your boss 10% more income because you were such a massive value as a part of the team, Now you know that in 5, 10 years, when you go out and do this on your own, that you've brought so much value to previous companies that when you go out and do it on your own, you might actually be at 20% value, right? You might be increasing yourself over even more just because you know that you've been able to do it for other companies too. So if you're looking to have a long-term career in this world, I always recommend not jumping straight into the investment side. Having a large amount of experience with someone else taking the risk is going to tremendously be better for you. It's like getting paid to learn, which is an insane concept, but it's really how I view it. If someone just paid me to say, hey, do this for me and I'm gonna pay you, and you're gonna get to see my whole entire operation, how I do things, how I build things, how I get through the process, it's like a no-brainer. Sure, where do I sign up? I would do it today, truthfully, even at this stage. If I decided I didn't want to run my own business anymore and I can go meet with a top producing developer in LA, I would literally go to that person and say, hey, can I come work for you and learn more than I've ever done before, right? If we're talking, if my biggest house was under $10 million and I want to learn how to build houses that are 100 million, I'd probably have the experience to go ahead and build a $100 million home, but I'd be way better off going to figure out who builds those homes, learn from them, figure out how I can increase their profits, so that way I know that when it comes to my own money and whatever the time frame is down the line, I'd be much better suited off and know that, hey, I was able to save them 10% of costs and spending and make their profits increase. I know that I can do that for myself now. And I know that through going through however many builds I went through with someone else who's building these massive homes, I can come in with 100% confidence in doing it for myself. Now, when funding a deal and finding the right partner, you really want to figure out how you're going to find the right partner and who that right partner is. The truth is there's no scientific method to finding the right partner. There needs to be an emotional connection, there needs to be an intellectual connection, and there needs to be a physical connection, not of the bodies, but of physical ability, right? What is somebody capable of doing? What are you capable of doing? Physical capabilities in terms of, I can do math, I can do construction, I can do this, I can do expediting, I can do design, I can do X, right? So what are the two capabilities that we're dealing with? And then going, okay, intellectually, are we on the same page? Meaning, do you understand what we're about to embark on? And do you understand what we're about to embark on? And are the interests in line with where we are in place? Meaning, do you agree on the numbers? Do you agree on the exits? Do you agree on the percentages? Do you agree on how the deal is structured? All of those factors are really important. And if you have any questions about those factors, please let me know down below in the comments. I will get back to you. And not only that, potentially could make another video just going over in detail about certain things of that nature. And then that last bit is the emotional. That is something that people don't really think about. They think, why do I need to have an emotional connection with somebody that I'm partnered with? I don't care if they're happy, or I don't, how their family is doing or anything of that nature. You're right, none of that stuff really matters. You're talking about emotional connection on a decision basis. People make decisions on emotion. They don't necessarily make it on math and science. So if you're dealing with someone who's erratic in behavior and you're more thoughtful, is that a good mix? Are you gonna be able to emotionally get through a project when you have someone who's erratic and doesn't behave well? Like, is there an emotional connection between the fact that you guys like each other and that the project is more than just a money-making experience? Is it something that you're gonna enjoy for a long time where you can do multiple of? Yes, you can have a partner where you do one deal and that's it, but there's no real benefit to that, right? If you're going into investing for one deal and one deal only, that's great. It's a learning experience, but it's not a career, right? You're not gonna change your life today because you did one deal. It gives you a nice vacation and maybe a slush fund for education for your kids or whatever. Your goal should be, how do I find somebody that I can truly connect with on a level that gives me longevity? So if you can do that, you're in a good place. A lot of people do reach out to me and ask me to partner with them on deals, but the truth is I'm not looking for any more partners unless you're capable of fully funding deals. And in that same breath, I would say I'd much rather you just pay me to build the house than me partner with you. But I will say that if you are capable of funding full deals completely, I'm definitely open to a partnership. So to wrap this up, I encourage you to figure out how you can fund your next deal, how you can find your next partner. And of course, I'd love to hear your experiences. Let me know down below what struggles you're dealing with, or what you've used to find success in your arena, and how you've figured out how to fund your projects and how you found your partners. I do recommend going to events where people like-minded are going to be. Those are always a great place to go. Thank you so much for watching this video. Genuinely appreciate your support. Love all the help you can give me. Your comments down below mean the most to me. Of course, go ahead, subscribe to the channel, like this video. And if you like these videos, go ahead and check out other videos I've done just like this, and I'll see you on the next one.